And when he had gone a little further, he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, who were in the ship mending their nets because they were also fishers, right? And straightway he called them. And they left their father Zebedee. Now, watch this. They left their father Zebedee in the ship with the hired servants and went after him, right? Again, we hear this false doctrine from time to time, just like we hear that Jesus was this poor carpenter, right? We've looked at that, and we'll look at that a lot more times as well. He was no poor carpenter, right? Just as we hear, oh, the apostles, the 12 apostles were poor fishermen. Doesn't sound you're not poor if you have hired servants in the plural, right? James and John here have a fishing business. They're successful enough not only to support themselves and their family, but they've actually hired employees in the plural, hired servants in the plural. Therefore, they're able to leave their father, in charge of the business, is probably his business, leave his father and leave their father in charge of the business with their hired servants, and there's going to be no harm to their family, right? They don't need to worry about their family, whether they're going to be able to have something to eat or not, because they have this fishing business going on, right? These were not poor fishermen. These were rich, successful businessmen in the fishing industry, just like Jesus was a rich carpenter in the carpentry business that they owned, and all the people in Nazareth knew them, right? This is the carpenter's son, the carpenter, the one that hires a lot of us, right? Not one of the many, many that are walking there off to Sepphoris to help build the city Sepphoris and other villages there. They would not know them, right? There's too many of those guys, right? They know his father because his father is employed probably most of them at some point of time. They probably all worked for him at some point, right? These were rich. They got gold from the Magi when we saw the infancy narratives of Jesus. They got gold fit for not one bar. They didn't walk 2 weeks from Babylon to get, oh, here, Jesus, here's a bar of gold. I hope that's going to help you out, since we're crowning you as the king. Since we know you're God's king on the earth here, we're going to give you one single gold bar. They gave him a gold fit for a king. They used this gold to build a carpentry business. They were rich. They were successful. God's not going to put a poor son of God here, the poor, humble, no money at all, and hope that somehow he'll still manage to get the right schooling, be educated by the right Jewish rabbis, so that he could learn and know the Old Testament well enough he could preach it and teach the Jewish rabbis in Jerusalem at age 12. He must have had some really great teacher that was raised up in the Galilee area in Nazareth, who taught Jesus and helped him learn this stuff, so that he was as well taught and well trained as the scholars in Jerusalem, right? That wasn't cheap, right? In the ancient days, the rich people could hire tutors, right? You could hire Aristotle or Socrates to be your son's tutor if you were rich enough, right? Jesus had well-educated, really intelligent rabbis who trained him and taught him in the ways of God and in the Old Testament, so that he knew those scriptures as well as anybody, right? Poor fishermen. These were rich fishermen who owned fishing businesses. Okay, guys.